I feel like we've witnessed one of the greatest shows and one of the greatest seasons of any TV show of all time. Hi guys, my name's Barry and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about Season 4 of Stranger Things in the lead up to Season 5 that's coming out very shortly. And this is the season that ups the ante in every single way possible. There's a bit more humour in it when it needs to be. There's a lot more action in it. There's a lot more horror in it. And there's certainly a lot more at stake as well. Hawkins faces its deadliest threat yet in Vecna, a monstrous being from the upside down with a terrifying connection to Eleven's past. Our characters are split into different groups, each on their own dangerous journey, all leading to an explosive, unforgettable finale. This is not just the best season of Stranger Things, this is one of the greatest seasons of any TV show ever made. I'll probably say this a few times throughout this review, guys, because it truly is one of the greatest TV shows or seasons that I've ever seen. Yes, of course, I still believe that Breaking Bad is the best overall show of all time, but there's some episodes in Season 4 of Stranger Things that just blew me away. The three standouts are Episode 4, the one with Max's running up the hill escape from Vecna, Episode 7, that jaw-dropping reveal of Vecna's true origins, and of course the finale, a massive, beautifully orchestrated spectacle, and it was pure cinema. Firstly, I'm going to get into breaking up the characters into different groups. I think that was genius. Now, with my previous reviews, I felt like the characters, as much as I loved all the characters, bringing in more characters that I still loved felt like it was starting to drown everybody else out. There was too many characters, too many lovable characters as well, that we couldn't really latch onto anyone specific because they were all in the same place at the same time, and it got a little bit overbearing. But by breaking these characters up into different groups, it was absolutely genius because it gave every character room to breathe. And although we still only got the same amount of episodes, roughly, the episodes were a lot longer in Season 4. They were like movies. Every episode was like a movie. So each episode gave us a journey from each different group that gave everybody room to breathe and room to grow. We've got the Hawkins group, which consists of Dustin, Max, Lucas, Erica, Eddie, Nancy, Steve and Robin. They're the ones that investigate Vecna's murder. They also discuss the Hellfire group as well, the Hellfire Club. And I love the introduction to the Hellfire Club with obviously Eddie. It's just a great continuation of that Dungeons and Dragons that we got from Season 1. And with their group consisting of Max as well, they're obviously the emotional anchor in this entire series. Next, you've got the Rusher group that consists of Hopper, Joyce and Murray, and their story focuses more on that prison escape and obviously hoping that Hopper was still alive. One of the biggest, most badass moments in the entire series was when Hopper was fighting against that Demogorgon with the sword. I also love Joyce and Hopper's reunion as well, because obviously both characters didn't know that both were still alive. Neither of them knew what was happening. So it was good to see them emotionally get back together again. Now, I did mention in the previous review for Season 3 that it got too comedic, especially between Joyce and Hopper. The relationship was kind of a joke. Everything that they said was an unfunny joke that just didn't really land. There were some jokes in this one, but ultimately it was more about that emotional connection between them and of course the reunion between them. Another group consists of Eleven's journey alone, so she was herself in one of those groups. It sounds kind of boring, but it certainly isn't, because she teams up with Dr. Rhones and Brenner to regain her powers because she's obviously lost them. While she does this, she discovers her connection to Vecna as well. She was there and she was the reason that Vecna became who he was because of that fateful night. And of course that 001, that one reveal was an absolute game changer. It was a semi-retcon from the previous events of the Upside Down from the first 3 seasons, but I don't mind that kind of retcon. I don't like retcons when it completely ruins something, but I feel like the origins of the Upside Down was kind of scattered in the first 3 seasons and didn't really make sense. So this retcon was a welcome retcon because it brings everything together and it makes it make sense. And finally, we have the California group that consists of Mike, Will, Jonathan and Argyle. They were on the road trip to try and get 11 back. Now, this group was the most boring group. I felt like this group took a back seat. I honestly didn't mind though, because Will, Mike, Jonathan, they were starting to really annoy me, and I'm glad they were split up from the other characters, because when they were with other characters they got repetitive and boring. So while some of the things that they were doing were quite funny and cool, especially with the introduction to Argyle, I felt like they took a back seat in this season, especially Will. Now, Will was obviously the focus for the first couple of seasons. I think as the seasons progressed though, he took more of a back seat. It's possibly because of the acting from the actor himself. I don't think he's a great actor. He's probably the weakest actor in the entire show. But looking from season 5, he actually looks like he's gotten better. Time will tell on that one. But in this one, I don't just blame him as an actor. I blame the dialogue he was given. He was not only just given a back seat, but some of the dialogue within the script he was given was almost diabolical.
It's basically America's answer to Nintendo.
American Nintendo.
But if there was any saving grace with that group, it was Argyle, the newest character in that group. I think he was great comic relief, and he was always fun to watch.
That's a stupid name.
You're right, it is a stupid name.
Speaking of new characters, we also get Jason Carver. He's the basketball captain who becomes the antagonist of the show. He does get annoying at times, but I love his character. There's something endearing about Jason because he thinks he's doing the right thing, and to some people he probably is, because if you don't believe in the Dungeons and Dragons story, if you don't believe in the Upside Down, to him you are a maniac, so he's coming after you, so he's doing the right thing in his eyes. But because we already know what's actually happening, he is ultimately an antagonist, not from the Upside Down, but he's a human antagonist throughout the show. And of course, we get Eddie Munson, the lovable character from this show. He is one of my favourite characters in the entire series, and the strange thing is, he is only in 1 season, but he becomes instantly lovable, instantly relatable as well, because he is a cool character. He's definitely cool to the younger kids in the show, but he's also a geek. He also represents a lot of people, especially back in the 80s. So there's nothing about Eddie that I didn't love. Yes, I think he died in the wrong way because he didn't need to die in our eyes. But with the show being the show that it is, somebody big, somebody lovable has to die. And unfortunately, that had to be Eddie. When it comes to the performances in this series, like I touched on with Will, he was the only one that kind of declined with his character development, but I thought everybody else upped their game. I thought everybody else, not just character-wise, but acting-wise, was a lot better. But for me, the personal standout was Caleb McLaughlin, who plays Lucas. I always thought Lucas was a great character, but this season he showed how amazing he was as an actor. That moment, and you all know it, the moment where he was trying to hold Max as she was dying in his arms, the look in his face, the screams that he made to Erica, I was in bits watching that because I genuinely believed his performance in that one scene. Just that one scene alone elevated Lucas and Caleb McLaughlin as the best actor in this season 4. Of course, Sadie Sink was almost as good as Caleb McLaughlin in this show because Max was one of the biggest characters in this season. Some people didn't really like Max in season 2 and 3. I didn't mind Max. I thought she was pretty good, but she serves a purpose in season 4. By God, she serves a purpose in this one, and she was almost as good as Lucas for me. If we look at Vecna, yes, of course, he's like Freddy Krueger in A Nightmare on Elm Street, and it wasn't a rip-off, it was intentionally an homage, a tribute to A Nightmare on Elm Street. You even get the same look and feel and atmosphere to A Nightmare on Elm Street. You also get some of the music popping through at times, and of course you get a cameo from Robert Englund as well. So I think it's way more on the nose than maybe you expected it to be. But yes, of course, it is a tribute to A Nightmare on Elm Street. Vecna is our Freddy Krueger in this show.
I see you've been looking for me, Nancy.
I also love that you get the human aspect to Vecna. Obviously, he was Henry before he was Vecna. He was 01 or 001 or 1, whatever you want to call him. He has a couple of names there, but you've got that human aspect to the antagonist now. No more do we get this cloud monster or a Demogorgon that can't speak. We've now got a connection to the main antagonist of the show, something that the show was crying out for, and we finally got it. Now I'm going to go back to pure cinema because that's what the finale was. Now some people think episode 4 was their favourite. Some people thought episode 7, when Vecna was revealed in the past, that was their favourite. But for me, the finale of season 4 was my favourite. It was absolute pure cinema. We had multiple climaxes happening at the same time. We had Hopper versus the Demogorgon when he had the sword. We had Steve, Nancy and Robin taking on Vecna in the Upside Down. We had Lucas fighting against Jason in the real world when Max was floating in the air when her limbs were getting snapped at the same time. And with Max being in that state-like dream, she was with 11 battling Vecna in the dream realm. It was perfectly edited, perfectly scored, and it was emotionally exhausting in the best way possible. Honestly guys, my jaw was open for the entire episode. I will repeat it for the end of this video guys. Season 4 of Stranger Things isn't just the best season of Stranger Things. It's not the best show of all time, but this season is one of the best seasons of any TV show ever. So we're all caught up for the lead up to season 5 of Stranger Things. Are you looking forward to season 5, guys? And obviously, what are your thoughts on season 4? Am I being too dramatic on it? Is it not the best season of Stranger Things? Is it not one of the best seasons of any TV show ever? Am I overdoing it? Leave your thoughts and opinions down below, guys. Let me know what you think, and I'll talk to you soon.
Be right back.
What are you waiting for, huh?
Coming to get you, Barbara. Ever played Skin the Cat? Someone's in the